Hello and welcome back. In this episode we're going to be making a sliding block puzzle. The sort of thing you might see in a game like Zelda or something where you can slide a block around and you have to get it to a destination. The first thing I'm going to do is clone my little puzzle area there using the clone command. You can check out episode 102 for more information on cloning. So here we are. I'm going to start on the yellow and I'm going to have to get to the green. And if I go on grey, I'm going to say you lose. So green is win, grey is lose. Let's get ourselves a block we can slide around. Fill, tab, 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 because that is where I'm going to summon it. Let's put this down here. Summon sliding block. Okay. And let's put another one, kill sliding block, a button. Well, this one will be quite easy. Kill, that's any entity, tag equals, I'll call it testSlide. That'll do. Now let's create the sliding block. Summon a falling block at the coordinates I copied, and let's give it some extra information. First, it's going to have a tag, and that will be the tag we just put in the kill command. So testSlide. I'm going to give it a BlockState so we can change what it looks like. BlockState. In there we'll put name. I'm going to have it look like a redstone block. I don't want it to have gravity. No gravity, because I don't want it to touch the floor. If it touches the floor, it will turn into a real block and it won't slide around anymore. How long is it going to live for? It's time. So I'm going to set this as a really low number so it lives for years. 2, 1, 4, 7, 4, 8, 3, 6, 4, 8. Almost getting to the point where I remember that number. And I don't want it to drop an item if it dies. Okay, done. Let's test those two out. Summon it. There it is. Now it looks like it's on the floor, but really it's not. So this is just a floating entity. Okay, and can we kill it? Yes, summon, kill. Perfect. Now, we want to be able to move it. So, over here, out the way somewhere, this will do. This is going to be my movement controller. And we will start by checking to make sure it's not already moving. Otherwise, what can happen is the player can say, go left, go up. And suddenly you're not centered on blocks. So I don't want that to happen. That's going to take one. We're going to have to get its X motion. We'll get its Z motion. We will work out if it's moving. And then we will execute if it's not. Okay, so let's start. Execute as any entity, tag equals testSlide, store a result from a score at the testSlide block, X motion, run data get from an entity the testSlide block, and we're going to get its motion from the array position 0, so that's its X. I'm going to times it by 100. So we're probably going to have to create this X motion score. And I'm going to copy that. Copy. Done. I'm going to move across one and paste it all in there. But this time I'm going to get its motion from number 2, the Z. So funny enough, we'll change this to Z motion. Okay. So we're getting its X motion and we're getting its Z motion. Done. Now I am going to work out, or add them together, basically. Let's add them together. So scoreboard players, operation, at entity, tag equals testSlide, X motion. So we're going to modify its X motion. And what we're going to do is we're going to say it equals itself plus its at entity tag, whoops. So it equals itself plus its Z motion. So we're adding X motion and Z motion together. Tag equals testSlide Z motion. So perform an operation on the player. The player is going to be that entity. We're going to get its X motion and we're going to add the Z motion to it. Done. We'll move along one more and we will execute if score at the entity whose tag equals testSlide. If their X motion, so this is their two motions added together now, matches 0. So this will need to be limited, so it's only checking 1. There we go. So execute if its X motion score equals 0. Done. And here we are going to kill it. And the reason we're killing it is because I found if we don't kill this and create a new one, it just gets stuck on all the blocks and it just stops moving. So if it's not moving, let's make this conditional. We are going to execute as any entity with a tag equals testSlide. Run, and we're not going to kill it yet because I need its position, so we're just going to tag it for death. Tag itself, add, kill me. Okay, now comes the bit where we move it, and we'll say this is moving north. Let's say this is moving north. It's going to be conditional as well. Execute at any entity whose tag equals kill me. We've tagged it with kill me, so we can use that now. Run, summon. So we're going to summon another falling block at that location, and we're going to have to give it some extra information. So its tags was testSlide. It had a BlockState, which was a name, redstone block, and then after its BlockState we have NoGravity 1B, and we had a time, and the time was minus 214748368, and we didn't want it to drop its item. Drop item no, but this time I'm going to add some motion. Okay, so I'm going to add 0 on the X. I don't want it flying up in the air, so 0 on the Y. And I will add, now north, which direction is north? Is minus Z. Minus 0.5 on the Z. Done. And lastly, we'll kill the old one. Execute as any entity, tag equals kill me. Yep, execute as any entity tag equals kill me at itself run kill yourself. This command can be done a few different ways. I'm doing it that way. Done. Now hopefully if I put a button on here and press it, it should go off to the north. That's south, so it should shoot off in that direction. Let's do a test. No. Why not? Now I'm gonna guess it's a mistake I make a lot. I haven't made the X motion, because remember here we're storing some data into X motion, and here we're storing some data into Z motion. So scoreboard, objectives, add X motion, it's a dummy, enter, and Z motion, it's a dummy, enter. Okay, let's try now. Way, see ya. Oh, and it's hit the wall. Perfect. Okay, let's kill it. Now all of these commands except one are going to be the same for every direction we go. So we could just copy all of these. The only thing we need to change is this little bit of motion here. So I'm going to set this up as a sort of as a function. If it was programming, it would be a little function that I could call. So let's put set block, the one above me, to white wool replace. Okay. And now let's get some buttons. So we'll have a north button. Let's just put it here. 1, 2. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to copy this command. Is it this one with the motion? Yes. So let's go home. Actually, first let's get this position of this block. Fill, tab, tab, tab. Okay. First thing is we're going to pass in a parameter into this function. The parameter is going to be this command. So data merge block, which block? Block we just copied, what data, a command, and what commands. Now you can use speech marks, but my command contains speech marks. So that's not going to work in this situation. So instead of speech marks, I'll use apostrophes. And I'm going to copy that. Copy. North, south, east, west. In fact, I will do shift middle mouse to copy it, because then I don't have to paste in the command. There we go. Oh. I must have pressed the wrong button. I pressed cancel instead of done. Okay, silly me. Data merge block. Now we have to go and get the block again. This block here, fill, tab, 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 tab. Well, I'm not doing very well today, am I? Fill, tab, tab, tab. Only 3, don't do it 4 times. Data merge into that block. A command. Use apostrophes because my command contains speech marks. Done. Control middle mouse button. 1, 2, 3. Let's label these. North, south, east, and west. Done. Okay, and this one is going to run these commands. So fill, tab, tab, tab. Set block, redstone block, replace. Replace. Please can I type today? Do. Okay, so we can move north, we can move south, east, and west. Now let's get this command. This is currently set up, copy, currently set up to move north. So we're going to paste that into this command section. Paste. Done. Now let's check if that works. Yep, off he goes, bye. So we'll go to the next one and we'll paste the same north command. Now if minus is north, then plus is south. So that's all we have to change. Let's get a block. Let's go south, which is that direction. Yep, he's not moving. So let's go north and you'll see, oh, I wasn't quick enough. He's going north, south. I can only do it once he hits the wall. Excellent. Okay, he's sliding around there. Let's paste the command in here. This time we're going to be going east. So we want no movement on the z-axis. And we're going to want plus 0.5 on the x. So he's going to go east, which is, there we go, east that way. He's going to shoot off that way. There we go. And now I won't be able to move him. And if he doesn't hit a wall, his motion will take a long, long, long time. Oh, there we go. Off he goes. Right, let's bring him back. So if east is positive 5 on the x, we can guess what west is going to be. Nothing on the z. Negative 5 on the x. So we can move him round. So if we want to get to that green bit, I suppose we will go over there. Which way is east? We'll go west, south. Can we go east now? Yeah, east. North. Ah, no, wrong way. I found the puzzle. Right, let's put some checks in to see if he actually goes out of bounds. Let's stop that happening. So let's put a command block down here and we'll want a chain after it. Now afterwards we're just going to kill him. So let's put that in there. Kill the testSlide one. Yeah. So if he goes out of bounds, check out of bounds. You are going to be repeating. I'll put a lever on top and we're basically going to check what block is underneath him. So I'm going to check for grey wool. So execute as any entity whose tag equals testSlide at that entity if block 1 below is grey wool, run a tellraw command at all players, so everyone's going to see this. What are we going to say? Let's do speech marks, colon, speech marks, comma, and then that again. We're going to say some text. Out of bounds, exclamation mark, and let's make it clear that it's an error, so we'll make it red. Red. Done. And then if that runs, we will kill it. So let's get a lever, pop that on there, let's give it a test. Okay, so on the block, that way is south, so that way. Oh, we're constantly killing it because this one is not conditional, so it's always running. Conditional. There we go. So let's bring him down north and he's going to come across this grey wool. Ah, out of bounds. Okay. Make another one. So I'm going to copy this. Copy. Put you there. No, put you there. Copy you. Put you there. Make sure you're conditional. And I'm going to change this one to UN. Now the last one was checking for grey wool. So I think you can probably guess that this one is just going to check for green wool. So it's basically the same command, but we're checking for green wool instead. check win. Oh my god, now I actually have to win. So south, that's west, south, west, north, east, east, north, west, yeah, and then north again. Hey, you win. Okay, we win. And what we could do, if you're out of bounds, could slap on the end here a conditional, always active chain, and all we've done is we've copied the summon one. So if we summon one and we do go out of bounds, so let's go north, bonk, out of bounds, and it just resets to the beginning. Okay, that's it. We have now a sliding puzzle. This might be quite a good map if you were maybe standing on a piece of glass and looking down at it, and you had some buttons. So one button here made it go up, one button here made it go that way. I think that'd be that's probably how I would do it. But we now have a sliding block puzzle where you have to get the block to a certain location, and if you do, you win. Can I do it? West, north, and then it was east, and then it's north is this way, north, and then it's west, and then it was north again, wasn't it? I win. There we go. Okay, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.